All right, so as today is the 3rd of June, we begin today's review, today's analysis. As you can see, I had like quite not the day that I would want to have. The risk that I put on, I wouldn't say it was unnecessary, but I'll explain exactly as to why this particular session didn't go as I planned it. So we came into the day. If we go back onto yesterday's day, like we sold off, right? So we sold off quite heavily, uh, and our close was at 44.63. So the market opens up today. Market opens up at the Asian session. That means that was here around 6 o'clock. As we dipped below this, I had a short. So I had like a continuation short. Right? If there was momentum that would take this down, my order was placed here. And my stop was actually above right here. That was my first trade that I had on gold. So it wasn't such a big deal. Let's see. Let's actually bring it up. Let's actually pull it up and let's see what exactly I did. Come on, like there's nothing. Like, come on. I'm not like the best trader in the fucking world, so I don't care. So as you can see, I had my order here. It was me going short this candle right here. I got out here, which was fine, right? My second trade that I had was, I think, let's see. So this is one of the trades. We were short. We got out. And then I had another short right above here that was risking off of these highs. Again, it was short, got out. So when you look at gold, things seem to be a bit normal, right? Things seem to be, oh, well, you had two trades. How the hell did you lose $700? So it does not make sense. But you know what I did? On this day, for some reason, like there's no reason. I've never traded this instrument before. I went and traded silver. Look at this mess. Look at what I did. How the hell is this even justifiable? Because there was just greed, nothing else. For this trade, I would say, okay, fine. We took the short based off of the opening drive, right? And then what the hell is all of this? Then you took another short here and got out here. This mess, guys, to myself, is gonna say, I've never traded this instrument. Look, never have I traded this instrument. The only time I traded it was here. Maybe I had a trade at some point. I didn't. I've not. I've never even traded this entire year, guys. Come on. When did I trade this last? Never. I traded it today for no reason. Shouldn't be doing shit like this, you know? So the reason was I was having a good streak. Whenever you're having a good streak, I was like trading gold, I was doing trades with the MES, NASDAQ, right? Look at this. This was actually a pretty decent trade, right? I was short here, came through here. And then I wasn't paying attention because I was doing dumb shit over there. That around 7 or 8, the market just popped up and I had my stop sitting way up here instead of like even having a trailing stop so that I could take some. My stops were up here. Guess what happened? I got punched out. Another loss. That wasn't that big. This is like a $30 loss. Like I said, do not trade things that you do not usually trade unless you have high conviction. Gold setup was fine, perfectly okay. I do not mind it. These are all the trades that I've been taking. It's okay. These are all like my trades are fine. Today's trade was not justifiable. I should not do that. I will not do that. I will stop doing that, is what I'm telling myself over and over again. Now, This was yesterday's low. We dipped below this. There was a chance for me to take the opposite trade here because price failed. When you see failure to go back down, you can take the opposite trade. This looks like sort of like a double bottom that you can see right here, right? And then you had a clean move. Basically, if you went long here thinking of, okay, we're not going down. But again, that wasn't the way I was seeing the market. But then given the fact that there's a lot of issues happening with, Iran, Trump is on the news. We have numbers coming in on Friday, But, what can I tell you? I'm having soup. I have my lesson. Life's good. It's not that, you learn from your mistakes. I know. When this happened, I felt a bit down. A couple of things led to this as well. For example, the day itself was a bit different from my other regular days. I should have realized that. I had no reason to be trading silver. I traded silver. So I would consider this to be okay. I'd consider this to be something like fine, whatever. But I should not be doing this. So this is one thing that I will, let's say someone is paying attention. Let's say somebody is also a trader who's doing futures or you're doing any type of trading. Okay. Whether you're watching, whether you're not watching, or whatever it is, this is my rant to the world for some time. If you end up watching this is what I'll tell you. You need to have rules. Your rules is to play, first of all, something that I should have done was to play great defense, right? I shouldn't have played offense. I was offensive. I was like playing offense. It's what happened. They scored, right? They scored and, I lost a significant amount of money that I built, right? So first things first, right? Like your intention is to try not to give your capital away, just like that, just like by doing random trades. No, your intention as a trader is to preserve capital, at least for most of the times, unless you have these events where like, okay, you feel like, okay, I can risk. So going into today, right, I'll tell you exactly what my mentality was. I was up, I think I was at 2,400, 2,500. My intention was, okay, if I risk $200 or $300 to make like 600 or 700, I graduate this fucking bullshit and, we move on. But what happened was I should have done that on gold, which was the right thing for me to do. What I did instead was I did it on silver, right? And that does not make any sense to me. So hindsight, right? In hindsight, you can say, oh, I can say this. I can come here and do my big spiel, but why did I do it in the moment? A couple of things happened. My routine changed today. I didn't go to the gym. And I just took the trade. I just took a random trade. And the random trade, I got into tilt and eventually this is what happened. So this is what happens when you do not follow your routine. This is what happens when you don't follow your own trading system. And this is what happens when you get caught up in the whole emotion of trading. Because trading is you need to understand the emotional side of trading. Like you need to understand how psychological this is. This is not something where you could think, oh, it's just buy and sell, buy low, sell high. That's one side of things, guys. Like if you're someone who has been in this business for a long time, you get to understand that your mentality, your mindset is something huge for this. And for me personally, what I was doing here today, I understand my way of thinking when it comes to all this. I understand the justification that I can give myself. I understand, but no. So this was not something that I should have been doing. Especially trading silver. There's no way. There's no justification for me to trade silver at this point. This market could keep running, right? This market could keep running to like probably, the open or yesterday's open or something. But yeah, it's a couple of lessons that I learned, right? First of all, play great defense, play great offense. Okay. Um, cut losses when it's early. I did that. I did do that. I'm okay with cutting losses. Um, you know, things like that. I have a different screen here, so I'm just looking at something else. So yeah, man. How much money you make when you're right is something as well that you need to, uh, we need to look at. So the days that you lose, right? This isn't a good loss for me. I should have lost like maybe $300. This right here, no, no. Now for me to come back from this, for me, I'm gonna take another 4 days. Look at what it did. One day wiped away like, I would say this would be like what, 2 days, 3 days, or maybe 2 weeks worth of progress was wiped out in one day. I'm not happy, but at the same time, I understand the lesson that I learned today was that you're not supposed to be greedy, and I know the lesson. I've learned this lesson. I've seen it multiple times. It's a cycle, man. Like seriously, I need to get better at executing based off of my daily routine. If I feel something was off, I probably shouldn't have traded this way. Today was Thursday. No, this is not justified. But at the same time, like I said, you learn lessons, and those lessons are something that you always keep in your mind. So it's not too bad. I wouldn't consider this to be something terrible. Now that being said, if it does happen again, I will see what needs to be done. So again, this comes down to I wasn't like trading in the best format, I would say. Mentality wise, I was impatient. And I traded silver. I mean, come on, why do you want to trade silver? Anyways, let's go to Forex Factory because we have some news today. Not today. We have some news on Friday. Why is this so bright? Come on, man. We have news. Also, what did Japan do? The Euro USD economic outlook. Israel signing a full ceasefire. US dollar outlook. USD bulls flex. Okay, so we have NFP, non-farm payrolls. When is that bullshit? I know it's coming up. Let's see when that is. NFP. Let's see what NFP is. Okay. I think there's something here. Jobless claims and payroll, right? NFP, right here. So Friday is a high impact day, June 5th. I think SpaceX is also doing something on June 5th. So something for me to look out. But yeah, coming back to the entire trading day, it wasn't very good. I do not like exactly what I did. I'm still short on gold, by the way. Yeah, I am still short on gold. Probably not right here. Probably like around this area right here. I'll be short again. Well, I'm locked out for at least 20 hours. So some days are like that, man. Some days are like that. You just have to like take the hit and just why I'm just like 940. It's not for me to like wind down. But yeah, we come back in tomorrow. I've been doing this for a very long time. So we'll come back in tomorrow. And we'll have a live session tomorrow as well. My intention is not to be trading. If something sets up properly, I might take a trade, but yeah, you're not going to be seeing any of this shit. That's my word to myself. That being said, hopefully, if you were listening, this rant of mine helped. If not, it helped me because I know exactly what not to do, what to do. But you just keep doing it because of certain factors that happen in your personal life. So it's basically a mirror, right? Like whatever is in your personal life is in your trading life, and vice versa. So today was something that I could have avoided completely. I shouldn't have been trading today, or even if I did, I should have been a bit more conscious about my actions rather than letting it override, greed to take over and me trade something like silver. which is very much volatile, and like more pips. So I just lost whatever I lost. There was a lot of fees. It was illiquid as well. The time I traded wasn't the right time. Now it's more liquid. It's, we have a lot of players. The Asian session is like fully open. Tokyo markets are open. So that being said, wasn't the best, but we'll come back tomorrow. Hopefully everybody has a good night, good morning, good afternoon. I will see myself tomorrow. Thank you.